here is my review for Assassin's Creed Mirage. And this is off the top. I didn't write nothing down, so I'm gonna try to do my best to make this at least somewhat, I guess you can say, understanding of a review. Let's get into it. So, first off, let me start off by saying I haven't finished any of the other Assassin's Creed. Now, before you get all crazy, by the other Assassin's Creed, I mean like Odyssey, what was the other one? Odyssey, Origins. No, I finished Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. Something about those games just didn't connect with me. Could have been the gameplay, could have been the story, but to me, Odyssey had potential. But if I could have played as King Leonidas, I think that would have done a lot better. I think they could have found a way of how to mix it together. But aside from that, something about those games, I just wasn't able to get into it. Especially Valhalla. And it was probably because God of War was coming out and it had the same mythos, as you guys know. Because Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes place as pretty much your... I believe the character you play is like a reincarnation of Odin, and the guy that you're fighting at the very end is a reincarnation of Loki. But yeah, so I wasn't able to get into it, but my brother got into it and he thought it was an okay game. He put it simple to me: it's not Assassin's Creed. And I saw some of the gameplay and I was like, yeah, it does not look like Assassin's Creed. Then when we heard about Assassin's Creed Mirage and it was gonna go back to the old style, he was the first one to play it. He played it and he just kept telling me, he was like, something about it is not connecting with me. And he just kept saying that, So it made me be very hesitant on playing it. When he finally was kind of hooked in, he said it was an okay game, but it wasn't to the level of the classics. So I finally finished playing Spider-Man, and I finished playing Plague Tales, and I was like, well, you know what? Let me give it a try. Let me see if this is really a going back to the basics, basically. And to a certain degree, it is. But we've had games in the Assassin's Creed umbrella, I guess you can say, that were just phenomenal. Like, I really enjoyed the first one, and then the other ones after that. I think Brotherhood, it could have been good, but there was some stuff they're missing. Black Flag is phenomenal. Assassin's Creed 3, Rogue, I really enjoy Rogue. And Unity, Syndicate, they had their moments. Unity, to me, had the best parkour ever made. That's right. In the Assassin's Creed. And has some of the best fighting ever. In this game, Mirage, the fighting was very lackluster to me. I didn't want to... I tried doing my best not to get into a fight situation, because to me, I feel like an Assassin's Creed game, when you're playing as the protagonist, I feel like you're not trying to get into a sword-to-sword combat. Even though you're trained for that, you want to be mysterious at all times. You want to be very mysterious at all times. You don't want them to know who you are. You don't want them to see you. You want to blend in as much as you can. And at moments, I was able to do that. But at moments, I had no other choice but to get into fight situations. I really loved the bow dart. Some of the noise cracking or the traps, they were okay, but I didn't find myself using them. I found myself using the knives, and I love the way I can jump off stuff, basically slow time off and just headshot. The one thing I really didn't like, but I did catch myself using, because it was very simple to get out of bad situations. And that was the glitch where he teleports to these enemies and he takes them out. It's like the Batman fear takedown, pretty much. And I understood why they had it, because it's like he's glitching, so he's going really fast, but it's really a glitch, and for us it's more of a teleport. And I understand where they had it. I get it, but I think it's unnecessary. Now, the story was decent. I'm not saying it was the best story ever. I think the best part came at the end, when you understand what really was going on. But I also didn't like the whole the chick that's with him, Nahi, I believe that's her name. I really didn't like her. I think the other assassins were okay, but they just felt like they were just there until like at the very end. The villains, some of the villains were just decent. I felt like they could have done more. The world building was okay, but also it was far apart. You know, like there was a bunch of land, and I understand why, because of the place they set it, but it just didn't felt right. And again, the parkour was decent, but it wasn't to my liking. Like, it didn't have that free flow that I wanted. The fighting, again, I feel like the fighting was a lackluster. Felt like they still left the fighting from the old gameplay, from Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, where really it's nothing unique. It's just very simple fighting. And yeah, I didn't really enjoy it that much. One of the things that I did enjoy was, like I said, the knives, the bolt dart, and the smoke bombs. When you hit the smoke bombs, oof, beautiful, man. I really enjoyed it, especially when you make them poison. Whew, easy. But yeah, look, Assassin's Creed is Assassin's Creed, whether you like it or not. I think this was a step forward to going back to the classics and showing that it could actually work if you still do it. Will I think they will stick to that? Probably not, because Assassin's Creed Valhalla, sold like $1 billion or made like $1 billion? I'm afraid that Ubisoft is just gonna look at the money and they're gonna be like, you know what? No matter how much praise this game gets or how good it does in sales, we're sticking to Valhalla style. I wish they can do a video game in modern times, maybe World War II, something like that. Do something like that where it has a mixed gameplay of Syndicate, Unity. The parkour is to the Unity style. I think you can make it work. I think you can do like a bad villain. There's many things they can do to make it work, but I just feel like they're trying to hit all the little keynotes. Like, they're trying to get an India version, a China, Japan version. I believe even a China also. They're trying to get the VR thing. I believe they're even working on mobile and stuff like that. It just feels like they're trying to crank out as much as they can to dry you out. They're trying to get the fan base to buy everything. They're trying to make all the money in the world, even if it's not to what the fans want. Now, again, like I said, the game is not bad. The game is not great. The game is okay. If I had it to give it a rank, it'd probably be like a 7, maybe 6.5. I'll say a 7. It's a decent game. You can find some enjoyment, but it still needs a lot of work. And I feel like the thing that could make this game go to another level is if they would have a better parkour and the fighting style would be a little bit better. I think if you can do something like that, improve on those gameplays very much, I think you can start finding your groove back, and fans are gonna start enjoying it. But other than that, man, I think Assassin's Creed Mirage, again, I think it's a decent game. I think you can find some enjoyment. Is it the greatest Assassin's Creed game ever? No. Is it a step back into the classics? Sort of. Is it still kind of familiar to Valhalla and all those games? Yes. It's a mix of both games, pretty much. And it's good and it's bad. But yet again, like I'll say one more time, you will find some enjoyment in this game. It's a solid game. Do I recommend you buying it at $70? No, hold on. If you're able to buy it for $20, buy it, play it, enjoy it, and move on to the next game. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.
I just leveled up, I thank God. Straight from